question comes, should you really hate a rival? Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. When he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for points.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To throw, it's Knight. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. The rambling wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. Now, that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a gap. It's Evans. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's so disappointing. Offense too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They want to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down, but David, he just couldn't hold on to it. The defense now creates the takeaway.
And speaking of pride, that's what you pride yourself on defense, taking the football away. How many possessions can you steal? He had the first down, but you got there. And more importantly, we work on this all week long. County fair, stripping the football, getting the football out, and then falling on it. Nice job by the defense, forcing the turnover.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Finds his man, it's Jacobs. There he goes! Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Jacobs. Across the 25. He's got room. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking for room, it's Evans. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. To the air, it's Knight. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's White. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running to the left. Oh, better look out. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stop just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Lost a throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Runs out of
showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanford. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Paging George P. Burdell. Paging George P. Burdell.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Sanford. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Evans. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the quick grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Dropping back, it's Grimes. Throwing right. Pulls it in. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Tight end now in motion. Fires to the middle. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Connection to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got him downfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
221 wing.
Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Back to throw, it's Grimes. Fakes the grab. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense. They have everything.
Time shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. The sure hands, it's Jacobs. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right, but a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. To the air on 1st down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Grimes. Takes the easy one to the back. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Georgia.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Using his legs at 7s. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
He's now up to 77 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Got a little space. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Back to pass, it's Knight. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
Man, you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Football with the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Bulldogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Grimes. Fires to the right. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
28. Georgia Tech, 17.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. A strike down. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Grimes. Grimes is big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll try to do it himself. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Time to take a shot. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Trying to take it back. The 30. At the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Gets rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down and brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, how big is the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry? They call it simply the game. And here's the final wrap-up. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Grimes. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this one.
The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.